He was the first man to begin sketch comedy in this country. He cracked ribs right here at the National Theatre with a small group of about 15 people, mostly his students from the university. Most of that group have now broken up and formed another group of their own. Philip Luswata is known by many as the funny man who has earned his living through theatre. Philip says theatre flows in his blood and attributes his joining the theatre industry to his laziness at reading. He pursued a diploma and later a degree in music, dance and drama, thinking it was all about performing arts, but this wasn't the case.
You know, yeah, it was just go. I thought I'm going to have a party at Makerere, but how wrong I was, because it ended up that this acting, I never knew they had theories in drama. I never knew they had the history. I never knew they had the sociology of art, the philosophy of art. It was so much. We ended up reading much more than if I'd at least applied for law or something like that.
A film writer, producer and actor, Philip has acted in many local movies that he sometimes loses count of. From Chigenya Genya, which he co-developed, Child of a Delegate, Chapter 4, Waiting for My Tractor, name it, he says he has been on stage every week without fail for the last 10 years.
I'd say I've been acting nearly all my life, because my first acting experience was in primary school. I was in Consolata Primary School in Nyeri, and they had a production of Cinderella. So Cinderella and Prince Charming, and that was in standard 3, and I had the good honor of playing Prince Charming. Not that I was the most charming, but I was the most brave to take it up. So.
Across the border, Philip has acted in the popular local drama series Makutano Junction that still airs on local TV stations in East Africa.
I read the newspaper one time and they wanted writers to be trained. So I applied, I sent in my script, and I was picked to train as a writer on Writing Center 4. So after Writing Center 4, they really liked my writing and took me up also to write Makutano Junction. But then, you know, when you're in the creative room, as you create characters, sometimes you get very animated about it. I'm imagining this guy comes, he talks like this, and you know, the producers, they're looking at you all the time and they're saying, this is the guy. This is the guy. You create that character and create that character for yourself. So we were 3 writers and all of us created, actually, characters for ourselves.
He's having to move back and forth across the Uganda-Kenya border. In fact, earned him a Kenyan wife, which has even made his stay in Kenya more reasonable. Philip also shot to prominence as the only Ugandan on the cast of South African syndicated TV series, Egoli. Philip brought a new form of art in theatre described as sketch comedy. As director in the first ever comedy show, Theatre Factory, which also still airs on TV, the former Leeds University master graduate of communication pulled crowds from his new form of art. The group that performed at the National Theatre once in a week exhibited talent in being humorous, with the show gaining popularity among its Kampala socialite class. The group later split, giving rise to another theatre group called Fun Factory, which Philip does not regret.
So whenever you have very powerful brains together, it's not very easy to keep them contained. I had a very talented team. I created a very talented team. So up to now, I can't really tell what went wrong. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it very much, because it has opened up the industry to different things. Right now, having those guys out there keeps me going. I know those guys are out there, they are pushing me and I'm pushing myself harder. So at the end of the day, who wins? It's the audience we're all fighting for, because then we're all under pressure to create quality work.
Now he wants to do many more things at almost the same time, including acting a horror movie and performing his skits in schools so that the comedy culture can be groomed right from children in primary level. His concern is the low level of recognition the profession is receiving, so much that he does not even want his children to become comedians. Philip is praying that government supports theatre for the industry to grow. Isabel Nakiria, NTV.